Okay, guys, so there's more on this when you go downstairs.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley. Wait, unless there's a way I can just...
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
Whoa.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No, I'm not. Okay. Whoa.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Wait, hold on. This could help us. Because here's Stanley's office, and when we walk through, here's the big thing. And then... Alright, maybe I'm sounding stupid. The office itself. So...
I got it! I got it!
You got what?
I got the trophy.
What trophy?
The test trophy.
What is the test trophy?
More trophies. You have to complete every single thing again. Like, get all of the Stanley things and everything in the game.
The maintenance room? Wait, I want to explore all of this, though. Well, there's like a big plethora of, like, the war zone. Okay, that has to do something with the Stanley Parable, I guess. Oh, it's just like a way to explore, I guess.
Now, it's just next week. Me and you need to get on Monday night at 11:50 and keep this commitment on. Keep our PlayStation running the whole entire day.
There's like, okay, have you, alright, go ahead. Okay, so, there's a lot of stuff, but here's the exit room.
Oh, look at these two.
Cool.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Nope.
But listen to
What's
me.
happening?
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
No way, I'm not.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I just got crushed. So, there's so much things. The end is never, 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 the end loading. Alright. Alright. Guys. Now, we can finally go through the right door. And, yeah. Now we can finally go through the right door. Alright, so listen. On the settings, it's telling me to mess with some things. Yeah, I am. I changed my field of view on the game, but there's a trophy that says test, that says, settings world champion. What do I do on that?
Subtle background of a pussy. I don't know. You have to go up and then down all the way to 100 and view, and then put it back where you were. That, and then you have to do that for every single slider in the game.
Only the sliders though, right?
Yes.
Who would play on 50 F field of view? That is terrible.
I don't know. But join next week that you and me get to get on Monday night of 11:50 p.m.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And stay on the Stanley family.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Commitment. You fine with that, Matt?
Yeah, I did it.
Did you already get the trophy?
No, it didn't give me the trophy for messing with it.
Oh, because you have to, like, press on. You have to press buttons, and then buttons will show you more sliders in the options. And you have to do those as well.
What do you mean I have to press buttons?
Okay, share your screen real quick if you can.
I can't.
Never mind, you can't. So, buttons in the menu, like,
Oh, I also have to press on the buttons. Do I have to mess with like the language and stuff?
yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean by the reticle. Now I have to change the reticle size and the reticle opacity. So you're telling me I have to go up, down, and set it to what I actually want, right?
Yeah, oh. Yeah, this video is awesome. It's so bonkers.
Why is it sped up? Wait, why is it sped up? Did you speed it up?
Yeah, it is. But anyways, yeah.
Turn these on. This is gonna be so hard, dude. This is taking forever.
It won't take that long.
Oh, I finished it.
Yep.
Alright, guys, that is a trophy. What is the trophy that's just 8-8? Oh, maybe I need to go through the right door.
When Stanley
Goodbye,
came to a
left
set
door.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, the employee.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What if I don't take that first open door on my left?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey, if you go in the,
Alright, let's do this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
What is the lore of this? This is insane. Dude, there has to be something. It's just a white screen. I answered the call. Oh, wait, wait, what's going on?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yes, it is
Hold
me.
on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
You are?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What is that?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you
That's
actually
not my
think you
wife,
had
that
a
is a
loving
white
wife
mannequin.
who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh.
I'm trying to make a point here,
Is
Stanley.
he depressed? Why
I'm
is
trying
his
to get you to
narrator,
see something.
like, actually
Come
just bullying
inside.
him?
Let me show you what's really going on here.
What happens if... Okay, there's so much we have to do on the right door.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee. 27, press this on
Stanley
your
is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm not gonna press it. I'm just gonna, because you're trying to make me, call me a good boy. It's just one of those things. Come on, man. I don't want to press it. Fine.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Whoa.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Slowly starting to
and
turn
he
in my
called
office.
it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Like, okay. Realistically, if this was a real life situation, I would not press the button. But we're gonna wait here and see what happens. I might lose my patience in a minute, so we're probably about to press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
How can you make him look at himself? Please press...
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
This game is like getting really weird, I'm not gonna lie. There's something about this game. It's getting weird to the point it's getting creepy. I'm gonna have a dream of being Stanley in the Stanley Parable, and I'm gonna know my way around. Alright guys, we are back here. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting a trophy. Getting a trophy to press the door 430 times. How long did that trophy take you? We'll do it
Just
later,
a
guys.
step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Oh. Wait, you can open the doors behind you. Wait, come on, can I open this? Okay, that's only in the office. I think that's only through like the little lounge part.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're gonna do that because...
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Alright, we'll do this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, there's no way. I'm watching this board for a minute, alright? Let's...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait. I've got to fill in monies for stealing, but not yours, of course. Sag, that's blank blank purse. Bro, this is like... I don't get it. It's an endless loop, bro. Like...
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay, now he's just... Now, blank, blank, it's a new passageway. Okay, we can't go up no matter what, it doesn't let us. So, we've got that figured out, guys. We can't go up. This time, we're not gonna take this door. We're gonna keep going to the right, obviously. We're not gonna go this same way, because I'm pretty sure it just takes you literally back into the game again, so... Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yep, see?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, Stanley did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright. So... I better end the video soon.
Now the
because I
monitors
need
jumped to
do some
life,
research
their
and
true
figure
nature
some stuff
revealed.
out.
Each
every time
bore
we
the
come
number
back here,
of
it's
an
like
employee in the
some-
building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof.
Okay, there's
the heart
more
of
to
the
this.
operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
But there's a stairway that leads up to here. 1, 2... That's 5. Where's 3 at? There's 3. Now I just need to find 4. Wait, how do I go up these stairs? I honestly don't guess I can. I'm trying to get up to these stairs, but it doesn't let me. Alright, I guess we just... system power.
And when at last he found the source of... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Yep,
oh, this is
my story,
much
so I'm
better
gonna
than
keep
what
it
I
on.
had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter,
he
Stanley?
added more time.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever.
Alright, maybe that's an ending, and if it is. Alright, that's an ending, guys. There's multiple endings, I'm pretty sure. My goal is just to get all of them.